It's the Wairoa Tmac here, and I'm here in our hometown, Flex me in Hawke's Bay. And I'm here with our brother. Introduce yourself to our viewers, my brother.
Hati whānau, ko Wairoa, ko Toko Hema Aotearoa, aka Toko Hema Aotearoa Wairoa, and you're riding with Tmac.
Cheer the whānau. We got our brother here today. We want you to come and listen to his story on the Wairoa Tmac, and that's what's up. Brother Toko, welcome to the Wairoa Tmac podcast, brother. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me, brother. Thank
you for coming on here with us, brother, and sharing your story in life. Brother, introduce yourself to our viewers, riding with Tmac.
Kia ora fam, ko Wairoa, ko Toko Hema Aotearoa, aka Toko Hema Aotearoa. Ko whakapūnake te maunga, ko Wairoa ho pupu ho ningi mā tangirau te awa, ko takitumu te waka, ko takitumu te marae, me rua taniwha. No Wairoa ahau, kei pāra keke ahau e noho ana, ko Terry Lee Thompson tuku ho rangatira, ko Halo Hema, rawa ko Temple Holy Hema Oku Tamariki. And yeah, that's me, brother. That's me.
Me, my brother. Brother Toko, I want you to share with us today, brother, and our viewers, your story in life, brother, growing up in Wairoa. What was it like for you growing up in Wairoa from the ages of 5 to 10, brother?
Fuck, brother. So when I initially think back, I just think of happy memories. So yeah, being born and bred in the Mongol mob, spent a lot of time at the Wairoa pad, at the Trident, with all my mob cousins and all the uncles, and fucking getting smart to the prospects. But a lot of happy times, brother, with all my friends. It's where I made all my core friends. We spent a lot of time down at the Wairoa River, making huts, building maraes, fucking swimming all along the river. One of our favorite spots was the veggie tree. It was named the veggie tree because it was straight across the road from the veggie shop, the local veggie shop. And it had also had a V in the tree, so yeah, it was named the veggie tree. That was one of our favorite spots to be.
Wow.
But just a lot of happy times, brother, when I think back on my early childhood. I'm not gonna lie, I saw things that some kids shouldn't. You know, being born in a gang home where my old man only knew what he knew. You know, I'm not condoning it or making excuses for it, but you know, as parents, because I'm a parent now, and it sort of makes me look back a bit differently on my childhood, because you know, yeah, as a parent, I only know what I know. Yeah. So when I think about that for my old man, you know, he only knew what he knew, and yeah, I guess that was his way of expressing himself was through violence. But she's fucking now the mighty pog dog. I still love him. So yeah, and just a lot of happy memories, brother, in that early childhood.
Brother, what was Wairoa like growing up in those stages with all the kids around the area?
Fuck, it was mean. Like, fuck, we just, you know, we weren't allowed inside. So it was always, you know, get the fuck outside. So outside we were, and that was just roaming, like, fucking till the street lights came on, brother, because you know, that was curfew, that was home time. So we did things like we'll bike out to like the railway bridges and fucking jump off them, or not Tukurog though, fucking he was one of the dogs that, fuck that, I've had enough sore asses from jumping off the wall bridges. And this bridge is way fucking bigger than that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and fucking some of the old dogs, they used to climb to the top. Even one of the dogs, he made a rule, if you don't jump off the old bridge, you don't get a drink. Oh, dog, I'm still not jumping. It's too sore. And some of the dogs used to climb to the top of it, brother, and jump right off it. Fuck, it was mean. And then we found, one day, we found this homemade raft thing that we don't know who the fuck owned it, and all us kids from McLean shop, from all over Wairoa really, all us all the street kids just that hung out together. Fuck, we all just rowing down the river on this homemade raft, singing Māori songs and just having fun, brother. You know, that was the early childhood for me. And then once we got a little bit older, and because our role models, they wasn't they weren't All Blacks or sportsmen's. They were fucking mongrels, brother, you know? So what we saw them doing was what we wanted to do.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Cruising around in old school cars, being fed by the public, you know, having that don't fuck with me reputation. That's what we thought we wanted, because that's what we saw. Hey, brother, so we used to try implement that into our lifestyles by standing in fucking alleyways for fucking hours. Doing dumb shit like that. Oh, so me and the old dogs, fuck, we used to stand down this alleyway down the ghetto. If you know, you know. Fucking, and brother, just stand there on hours protecting it like it was the fucking, like there was a fucking stash there, brother. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And when I think back on it, what the fuck were we thinking? I know the dogs all think the same fucking thing. Oh, fucking hell, that wasn't cool. Like, but that's from what we seen or was being taught from what we were watching. That's what we thought was cool, brother?
Yeah, wow.
So, you know, that was the dumb shit we got up to. That was the early teens. But then again, because of my old man and his reputation and my curfew being when those lights came on, before I got to that age, it was the old, when the dogs went to go do something mischief, it was the old, oh, nah, Toko, you're not coming. Hey, fuck, Pog Dog will waste us all. You know? And then I'm going, nah, dog, I don't even want to, like, because I don't want you to get a hiding either, dog. Like, you know, like, see, fucking no, so I'm quite thankful in that way for my parents. They were quite strict on us, you know, growing up. Like early bedtimes, 8:30 was our bedtime growing up. Like, you know, we had to be in bed. You know, there was no answering back to mum or dad. Or, you know, we'll try, but fuck, the old man just put us in our place, brother. You know, wow. When he said something or when he called out, you knew, like, move. Wow. You know, like he didn't give a fuck. You know, but I thank him for it. You know, it made me listen. It gave me discipline, and at times going out to do some dumb shit, it was because of those times I didn't go out. You know, and some of the brothers, they got marks against their names because they got caught when they were younger. You know? So they had to go through all that fucking court system and all that at a young age, where I was quite lucky because I was scared. Yes, because I was scared of getting a hiding, brother. It's as simple as that. You know? There's no fucking magic fucking dust on it, brother. It was just, fuck, I didn't want to get a hiding, brother. You know? Fuck, it was enough for me. It was enough for me, brother.
Brother, did you ever do stuff like going pig hunting or white baiting or fishing up there in Wairoa?
So, in my real early ages, my papa, he was one of the meanest white baiters in Wairoa, but because my old man wasn't really into that, brother, we didn't see it as cool. You know, my papa used to try and take us fishing and all that. I had a whānau, the McRoberts whānau, I was quite tight with them growing up. They were into all that not so much hunting, but I used to go to fishing competitions with them. And so yeah, I had a bit of that, but I don't know, I guess part of me just was like, if we didn't catch anything, this is boring, you know, because I wasn't really taught what fishing was about and all that, you know, and because my core friends, you know, they're back in Wairoa on the streets or whatever, hanging out, doing whatever they're doing, while I'm at the beach with the whānau, you know, so, but not so much hunting, not me and my core friends, not so much till I got older, but we used to fucking go along the river and steal fucking dinghies and shit, brother, and go out on the river. Check people's nets. We didn't even really know what the fuck we're up to, brother. We just go up to the buoy, start pulling the fucking thing up and fucking try to get the fish out, brother. And then we'll come down and he's standing up on the bank going, what the fuck are you doing? Bring my fucking way back here, you fucking little Well, this one time we told the most dumbest lie and got away with it. Brother, we see that these other young fellas grabbed it and we swam out there and threw them off and was bringing the boat back. Yeah, little kids, young people, they make up the fuck some outrageous fucking things and that was our life, but we got away with it. We got away with that one. But yeah, we just used to do things like that, brother, and just going along the river, exploring, coming home with fucking big bruises and big cuts, and just from having fun, brother,
Nice.
Just out there living life.
Because Wairoa was a small little place, eh, brother?
It's very small, brother,
Yes,
so,
brother.
There's not much to do. Oh, you find it. So if you don't know this, the township of Te Wairoa, it's very small. There's only one street down the main drag. One side of it's the river. The other side is shops where there's a few that ain't open. There's a lot of closed shops. But the community is a small, beautiful community. You can still build a life there because a lot of people have. And my 5 to 10 years old is where I found my love and passion for sports, brother.
Wow.
We were playing sports every Saturday. We're out there.
Yep.
My old man used to get us up. My old man and my old lady would get us up. My older brother, and I think a lot of my passion for sports stems from him too. My older brother Wayne.
There was a big part of Wairoa growing up. Every family sort of did it.
Yeah.
I know some people, brother, that they grew up in Te Wairoa. Shout out to our brothers, brother Rob Waikawa, brother
What's a fucking vicious name?
Billy Joe Mete, and these brothers that I grew up with, brother, they grew up playing rugby in Te Wairoa, and they were some massive players,
They
brother.
were fucking should have been All Blacks, eh, brother?
I just remember them always coming down from Wairoa, but they all come together. And like, it's pretty tight like that, eh, brother?
Yeah. One of the mums or the dads would have a van or something, and everybody just chip in to get down, because the whānaus ain't rich. So we just make do with what we got. And that was another thing, being from Wairoa, we didn't have the academies and all those facilities at our schools where we could make our potential great, brother, because the potential in Wairoa is just, it's unreal. It's unreal, brother. If we just, I don't know, had those proper... nowadays, there's those facilities. It's getting much better. But back in the day, that's where a lot of people fell through the gaps because they just fell into that small town lifestyle, brother. Drinking, drugs, sex, parties, eh, brother? Instead of staying home, being disciplined and training or stuff like that. Like that wasn't cool to us. No one was doing it. None of our role models was doing anything like that. Like how people are now. Our role models was abuse, drugs, and alcohol, brother. So that's what some people fell to. But for me, I sort of saw it as what not to do. Hey, because I just felt in my heart that, that's not right, bashing women or just being angry, it's not cool. That's not right, brother. So for me that was enough. I knew, So
your 5 to 10 days, brother. Did you explore like any Māoritanga?
So I went to Koanga growing up. But after that, getting put into mainstream school, it was just singing waiata, not so much doing karakia, but it was just through waiata, brother, where I kept my te reo up. But I've only just jumped back on the journey. I started last year with jumping on level 2, and I've just completed level 3 te reo, and I'm back into it, brother. Because it's who we are, brother. We're Māori people. It's in us.
Māori ki te ao, my brother. Aye. And whānau, the brother here does te reo Māori with my mum. I only just found this out.
Yes.
But brother, bro, I only wanted to know they're from Te Wairoa because the Tmac didn't really know much people unless they were rugby people from Te Wairoa. My dad knew a lot of people from Te Wairoa. But it was either rugby or kapahaka.
Oh yeah, and kapahaka. Yes. No, that's it with those small towns. You gotta be good at something to be known, or else no one really gives a fuck. Yeah, brother. But there was a lot of local talented brothers from there.
What schools did you go to, brother?
So in that 5 to 10, I was Wild Primary all the way through, brother. Shout out to the Bumblebees, if you know.
Shout out to Wairoa Hoki. Too much Wairoa.
Yeah, and then Warwick College, brother. You know, transferred from Warwick Primary straight into Warwick College. But it was around that time when the government changed the rules where year 7 and 8s go to college instead of being at primary school. And year 8 is when you're the top dog of the school, brother?
Wow.
Fuck, I never got to experience that. I was year 7, looking forward to, like, you know, me and my bros, you know, fuck, we're about to run Warwick Primary, you know, about to be ours. That's how I was growing up.
Wow.
The year 8s run the shit. And then, fucking, I'm sure his name was Trevor Mello, motherfucker. He was the one on the news anyway. Yeah, I don't know who it really was, but he was the one on the news who fucking said it. And so that's why I always remember that name, because he took my mana. Me and my brothers about to fucking be top dogs of all primary, and then we getting shipped off to college to be smaller than the small. Really thin for ourselves. Get pricked on by the fucking 7 formers that time we get fucked. Fucking old cunt. But lucky my older brother, I think he was almost just he was already gone, so he doesn't really have an older brother to look out for me, but I had my brothers, you know, me and my
Brother
friends.
Toko,
That was enough.
I want to talk to you about your 12 to 16 days, brother, growing up into Wairoa, growing up on your journey in life.
So back in those days, brother, fuck, I really thought I was going to be all black, eh?
Yeah, wow.
That was the dream.
Oh, but that's everyone's dream, right, brother? Hey, that's everyone's dream, brother.
That was the dream. And my dream was to be the first son of a mongrel that was all black.
Yes.
Well, because at that time, it wasn't on the fucking news anyway, or, you know, there wasn't nobody that we knew of that was a son of a mongrel that had made it like that, you know? Yeah, so that was my big bad plan. But because of my upbringing with discipline, I like discipline towards fitness. Yeah, in terms of that sort of discipline, I had none of it, brother, you know.
Yeah, wow.
My eating was eat whatever you want, you know. My man was, you know, was an old school mighty mongrel, you know. There's no rules around Kai, you know.
Yeah.
If you're hungry, you know.
Hey, you don't need it all,
Yeah, so I was a big boy, you know, brother. I was a big boy.
Wow.
So like Rothschild and things like that, I missed out due to weight.
Yep.
Like I was definitely good enough to be in there, but because I was a big boy, yeah, and I've never had anyone to tell. I think some people that could have trained me hard enough, they may have been a bit scared of my man's reaction to that. Yeah, because I had people around me, or even was my mentality at the time was, you don't tell me what to do.
Wow.
You know, so I just, so I could have been more, but I just didn't have the right mentality at that age, brother, that 12 to 16.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's just being honest there, you know. I could sit here and fucking make up excuses, but nah, it was all down to me, really. Yeah, wanted to party instead, you know, and or do those sorts of things. Yeah, I don't, that 12 to 16 age, that's where I was just young, blung, and full of cum, brother, you know. Just wanted to fucking party and roots, because I thought that was cool. But no, when I look back, oh well, but I can't change it, brother. I wouldn't, you know, it made me the person I am today.
Yes.
Yeah, and when I look back on those times, it taught me things.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Was it hard navigating through those times for you, brother?
Not really, brother, just because of my spirit and my nature. You know, I'm just an easygoing type of person, brother. You know, I can give almost anything a go. So in those sort of terms, it was just sort of hard navigating what life was sort of telling me I was gonna be.
Yes.
And knowing in my heart, fuck off, you know.
Yes.
Like being son of a mongrel, you know, he's not going to turn out to be much. You know, he's just going to be another stat to the system like his father.
Yes.
You know, he's not going to go much places, stuff like that. And it sort of started to wear on me, brother, you know?
Yes.
And sort of like, how do they know? You know, fuck, I'm only fucking a young kid. How can you tell me what I'm going to be? That I'm going to be nothing. How the fuck do you know that? Brother, you know? if anything, they should have been trying to pick me up so I can be something better.
Yes.
Hey, brother, you know, now that I'm a father and all that, and how I look on it, it's like, why are we trying to bring them down and keep them in the same systems and cycles that they've been stuck in for generations, brother, you know? You're supposed to try to beat that shit and be better than that shit. Yeah, not fucking make everyone feel punnel.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, you know?
Brother, in those stages, would you say that was probably your most dangerous or most positive of life?
So because the way I sort of think, I used it in a positive way where I'm gonna use that as fuel to say fuck yous. Yeah, brother. So that's how I look on it now. Yeah. At the time, I was just too caught up in the moment and trying to still thought I want to be a little gangster and a sportsman, and you know, couldn't really make my mind up. Yeah, at the time, brother. Yeah,
just had a whole lot of things that were spiraling for you.
Yeah, and didn't really have proper role models to sit down and talk with me or talk with us, you know, us young brothers. Yeah, because my man and them, they never got that, brother, you know, they didn't have role models how we have now. And even my older brother, he still hadn't quite learnt it to do it on me. Yeah, which is not his fault, you know? It's no one's fault, really. Yeah, that's just how it was. So we had to roll with the punches, brother?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, and now that we know that, that's where we come in and make the change.
Changes, definitely, brother.
Yeah, because we don't want to see young potential being almost wasted like ours. Yeah, you know?
Definitely.
To go on to fucking greatness.
To that, brother.
Yeah, my brother, you know? That's, I think, because for like people my age to make it, like in that sense in sport and all that, it's way too fucking late, you know? But it doesn't mean we can't help the next generation come up and not make the same mistakes we made. Not go out and get into fights and fucking do dumb shit, you know? And blame me in the streets, standing down alleyways, you know?
You know? I didn't even done the alleyways, my brother, but that's a cool one. That's a good one, brother.
Oh, fuck. I don't know how cool it was, but yeah, we done it. We did it.
Brother, I want to topic to you on your days growing up in your 16, 20 days.
So that's when I started, like, you know, being a mob kid, you know, you did a lot of travelling to tangis and to other uncles' houses and all that. So we always did quite a bit of travelling. But in those ages is when I started travelling without my old man, you know, without my family, with the dogs and getting up to things. Yeah. So those 16 to 20 ages, I spent a lot of time down here in the Bay because we're quite close with the Benson whānau. With
shout out to the Benson whānau.
Yeah, whānau, love you. So because every time we came to the Bay as kids, we always stayed at their house.
Yes.
So that bond is just fucking deeper than deep.
Yes.
And then that's where it rolls over to the Mighty Lads dog and the rest of our Napier whānau.
Yes.
And because my man's brother, he's Napier too, the kōrero, my namesake.
Oh.
Yeah. And then that's where also the love rolls in through there too. So coming down here was just like coming to my second home.
Yes, wow.
Yeah, and so spent a lot of time down here, roaming the streets of the Nui, getting to know Napier, you know, just experiencing, because it's bigger than Wairoa, brother, you know? Yeah,
100.
It's way bigger, and you can run into trouble a bit bigger and faster around here in the Bay, you know? In Wairoa, it's just the little surrounding places, and we're around here and cities, most cities, you know, it's colourful. But not to say Napier's like that, but brother, you know, we got all the other surrounding places. So it was a bit more exciting down here, brother. You know, we go uptown in Napier on New Year's and pick out trouble, you know, because we're still into dumb troublemaking shit, brother. For some dumb fucking reason, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying, brother.
Hadn't quite joined the Wonga mob yet. I don't know, I wasn't quite ready to join the Wonga mob, so there was this crew called the Heavy Hitters in Wairoa, brother. And they were like a boy band, drug smoking, alcohol drinking, bunch of fellas older than me. And that's what I liked, so I started hanging out with them too in my early ages, and I sort of, always tight with the dogs, but sort of stopped going down that road. I was to me, that road with the dogs wasn't full of women and alcohol. It was full of violence and fights and stuff like that. And fuck, I'm going this way. You know, for me, I already had enough of the violence and fighting back in Wairoa, you know. So I want to fucking go this way and give this a go. So that was those years, and then with the heavy hitters, rolling with them. Yeah, I was just doing dumb shit in Wairoa, brother. I thought I was cool, you know, like, because I always had blows and shit like that. So the little things I wanted in life I could always get, but really I was doing nothing, brother.
Brother, I know some names that you might know, brother. Do you know the Stone family that migrated to Australia? Brother DJ Stone,
yeah, in
brother Cleveland Stone.
Yeah, so
brother, I met them on my journey over there in Australia. Shout out to our brothers, brother DJ, brother Cleveland, love and respects.
So I know them as the Wairoa names, brother. So like Cleveland, who the fuck's Cleveland? Yeah, if you ask anyone our age, Cleveland Stone, dog. Unless you're a school teacher, they'll know their name, but his name was Duty.
Duty, yes. Yes, brother Duty.
Yeah. So that's how we know the dog. Oh, and DJ dog. Yeah. That's how we know them. But yeah, brother, I grew up with Duty. Yeah, I grew up with Duty. He was a bit of a fucking bully back in the old day, the old dog. You know, one day I just had enough and fucking stepped to him and we had a rumble and then gained respect.
Brother, I also know some names too. Their father, brother Terry. Shout out to brother Terry Stone.
Yeah.
Love and respects my brother. And brother Dan Jackson, brother.
Oh,
brother Dan,
dog. Yeah,
I always talk frequently on the real with the brother.
Oh, yeah.
Because I make a good relationship with your brother.
See how my brother Dan, dog.
Especially with his family going through the rugby league scene over in Australia from Wairoa, brother.
Yeah.
And these were some of the names I wanted to talk to you about, brother.
Yeah.
They were some of the brothers I met on my journey in Australia.
DJ and Dan Dog, they're a bit older than me, so didn't really we hung out on the streets, but they were like the older ones, you know, they were the older dogs, you know, him, Dog, and the Redliners. Yeah, they had all the cool cars, the Redliners. They had rotaries, brother. They were a rotor gang.
Wow.
Yeah, they had RX-7, Dan Dog had his RX-2. He still got it, I'm pretty sure, so parked at his old man's in Wairoa.
Wow.
But yeah, they were the fucking cool car crew, the old Redliners, and then Duty Dog, he's our age.
Yes.
Yeah, so but he went to another school. Dude, he went to Hillneath. So that's how you had your little wars, was through rugby. Hey, you know, fuck, my school's the best, you know, so we smoke yous on Saturday and have little fucking kiddie fights, you know, brother, you know what I mean? But it didn't really fold over to the streets. It was, you know, because we all red. You know. So fuck, we all get along at the end of the day, but on the field, hey, you know, we hate each other. Hey, brother, you know, it was mean. It was mean. I used to love that rivalry, you know, that school rivalry. It was mean, brother.
Shout out to the Stone family and shout out to brother Dan Jackson. I love you, brothers. I love their family. Brother Toko, I want to topic to you, brother, about your days growing up, from your young adult days, your 20 stages, inside your 20 stages to now, brother.
Yeah, sweet, brother. So, I had the, you know, big 21st at home with the whānau, got the key and all that, had a nice big party. I think I was one of the first ones asleep. And I don't know how long it was after that, brother, but I get made to do you know what LSV is?
Yes, my brother. Yes, the Tmac knows about LSV. Shout out to LSV. I went there as well, brother.
Oh, mean, brother. Mean, where'd you do yours?
So I did mine probably back in 2012.
Oh, yeah.
Three platoon. Ooh. I went to Trentham like you, bro.
Yeah, so mine was 2015 and I was 2 platoon. And because a few people from Wairoa had already done it, and they all came back fit as fuck. So I fucking, my Toko Dog's big bad plan is, once he gets told he's going to do LSV, is go to LSV, fucking get fit as fuck and come home and prospect. That was the plan, brother. But you know, we go to LSV, do the bus trip all the way down to Wellington, and then you know how you do the life change, brother?
Yeah,
tell your life story?
Yeah, brother, yes.
Well, fuck, I really thought I had a hard upbringing, brother, until that very moment. You know, I heard some deep, dark stories.
You do, hey, brother.
That fucking
You do.
sends shivers down your spine,
You do,
brother,
hey,
you
brother.
know, and just makes you think, what the fuck?
And you meet a lot of good people along the way too, hey, brother,
No,
from
you do.
different
You do, brother.
ruins, different
Yeah.
hoods, hey, brother.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
different stories.
And they help you, or well, they helped me really open my eyes up to the world and understand myself, brother, you know, a whole lot more, like, because I was taught, you know, coming from the Mongol mob, that I was going to be nothing and turn out to be nothing. But the stuff I grew up, or my experience as a child, was nothing compared to what the trauma that these people experienced, brother, you know.
Wow.
And when I finally understood that, it really made me appreciate and be thankful and grateful on how I grew up and was brought up, brother, you know. Fucking, I saw, you know, like I said, I saw violence, but I saw a lot of love, you know, and I can say little things like, I have a mum and a dad.
Yes,
even
yes.
to this very day, you know.
Yes,
I
yes.
was brought up in the home with a mum and a dad.
Yes.
A lot of kids at LSV couldn't say that, brother.
Yes.
You know, they couldn't say those little simple things.
Yes.
And just for me, that was really big. And then so from LSV, you know, it taught me discipline, fitness-wise and all that, brother. And then I meet this brother who's just like myself, from Kimberley, born and bred in the Mongol mob. And he makes me think differently, and it gets me to go down to the Westport Fishing School, brother. So when we graduate LSV, I shoot home for like 2 weeks, and my discipline is vicious, brother. You know, I've given up drugs, I've given up alcohol. I get offered drugs and alcohol while I'm back home. I think I maybe got on the piss once or twice, but I denied all the drugs, brother. You know, the discipline was mean. I was pumping from LSV. So we go down to LSV, down to Westport, where the fishing school is.
Tmac went there too, finally. I liked it. I met some cool people.
I did too.
But I wanted to come back to the Hawke's Bay.
So yeah, I shoot down to Westport, and hey, you know, you get told collared shirt and fucking dress pants for your fishing school.
Yeah.
So you know, I got
Same thing at LSV, eh, brother?
Yeah. I've gone to Kmart and fucking done all my fucking wind shopping and all that, eh, brother?
Yeah.
You know, on the dress top collared shop, collared tops and all that shit. And then we get there, brother, and holy moly, cuz he's walking past the door with his hat backwards, pants around his ass. I'm like, and this place is fucking rugged. Have you now fucking tried it?
Yes,
then
brother.
I'm back home, brother. I'm like, what the fuck is this place? And then, as you would know, brother, from the pure boredom, fuck, it brought back my old ways, brother. You know, at the start I was pumping, you know, fucking I was going for runs every morning with the bros that had just graduated to LSV2 and came down.
100.
You know, we kept that up. But then once, you know, boredom's a fucking killer. Too many rules when you're at that age was just a killer, brother. Yeah, so for me, I fell back into my old ways, and how I really got away with it, how I really cracked it, was we were allowed to play rugby, and we got told we have to be back before 11 p.m.
100.
Played for the fucking old boys down there, Westport old boys. So I used to come back at 11, but before I got to the door, brother, I would chuck on the old big fucking act like I was all injured and sore from my game, and then I would go up to the door, to the office door, knock on it, and be like, whoever that old lady was, or whatever her name was, or Fire's name, whatever her name was, and I used to go, can I just have my alcohol test now? Hey, you know, look at me. Fuck, I don't want to drink, I'm fucked, I just want to jump in bed and go sleep. She's like, okay, Toko, okay. Hey, so, you know, fucking blow zero. Well, as soon as I walk out the door, I'm in my room, run to my room, knife in the door, out the window, sprint back to the club room, brother, you know. But, like, because we're so much rules, this was the shit that I ended up getting up to, brother.
I was the same too, brother. I was the same. I didn't really cling to the rules. I did the stuff there, because I only lasted there for a week, and then I told the fuck I wanted to go. I had enough. I wanted to get back out of there.
Fuck.
Because I wanted to get on the piss too, you know?
Yeah. Nah, so we were getting on the piss, but we were fucking, you know, breaking the rules and bending them to make them fit us, brother? But I didn't realize it at the time, but it was slowly bringing back all my old dumb ways. You know, I started smoking dope again because of the fucking boredom, and I got that comfortable and was getting away with it. I'm smoking dope upstairs in my room, brother, at the hospital. You know, that's how much fucking boredom I've got and how comfortable I've got back into my old ways. And then the hostel knows that I'm drinking, but they can't prove it. So they try to just kick me off, brother. And then now I'm being faced with the realization of being sent home and I've done nothing. Hey, brother, so like that sort of was a bit of a kick in the face moment for me. Like a wake up moment. Because in my head, hey, you know, I had just done LSV, got my life on track, and this was how I was meant to keep elevating, eh, brother, you know, keep doing better with my life. But because of that boredom, I fell back into my old ways and then got that fucking shin kick to the face from life that said, hey, like, you know, you're about to get sent back home and you've done nothing. You know, you accomplished nothing, really. All you've done is fell back into your old ways. And I didn't want to go home and be a failure because I had just done so well. And then one of my bros who I met through rugby, Josh Cave, shout out to my brother KV.
Shout out, brother.
I ring him and tell him what's happening, and he's like, oh, fuck, dog, you can come live with me. And I'm like, hey, oh, fuck, they're about to cut my wins. They're about to cut everything. And he's like, fuck, my bro, as long as my house is clean when I get home from work, fuck, all good. And I go, fuck, brother, tea will be cooked too. And I'll do the dishes. Right, because that's the least I can fucking do. Hey, you know, you're about to take me in, a broke-ass motherfucker who's got nothing. Hey, you know, knows no one in the town. He's from the North Island. We're in the South Island, hey, brother, you know? So he really did a lot for me, the old brother. And then I was a bum for a couple of months, just trying to find work, or trying to become a fisherman. And then I meet this another brother from up North Island who lived in Westport, Rob Pumare. The brother Rob. I meet him and he introduces me to my first skipper, the brother Scotty.
Wow.
And then that's how I get introduced to the boats, brother. And then from there, that's when my life really begins. Hey, you know, this is when the journey really begins, brother. So I go step on the boats knowing absolutely nothing. I've never worked in meat works before, so I'm not really an expert on the knife or anything, brother, you know. I'm as green as they come. But for I didn't know at the time, but for skippers, that's how they like people. Because you know, it's hard to write words on a piece of paper that's got, you know, something written on it already, eh, brother? You know? They want a clean piece of paper where they can write, so they can teach you from blank. Yeah, brother. And then the bro Scotty, he taught me how to do trolling. It's just line, lure, and hook. On you have these poles going off the side of your boat. Each pole has like 7 to 9 lines on it from short to long, and they all just got line, lure, and hook on it, and just pulling albies. So I did that for like 2 years with the bro Scotty, and now brother, my life's about learning now and learning fishing. I think this is gangster as fuck because it's something I've never ever done before. No one in my family's ever done it, and now my family, now they're a bit more proud of me, eh, brother? You know, because I'm doing something. 100. I'm doing something that they've never done, that we've never done, and that feeling is good, eh, brother? You
100.
know.
100.
So the bro Scotty teaches me all he knows, and because I'm quite big on loyalty, I thought in my head I had told myself, oh, you know, I'm gonna be with this fella for as long as I can. But he was like, no, fuck off, you know, I've taught you everything I know. Now it's time for you to step up to another boat and learn more, you know, spread your wings and fly, you know. It was that type of buzz, and I really thank him for that. And he introduces me to this boat called the Western Leader. Surface long lining boat, brother, for tunas and albacore. And with the fishing lifestyle, brother, drugs was heavily involved.
Yeah, true that, brother.
Heavily involved.
What were those drugs, brother?
Mainly meth and marijuana, brother. You know, a bit of psychedelics, a bit of like acid and trips like that, but mainly meth. You know, for the long hours. You know, the long hours we do, brother. And I'm fucking getting high with old ass white fellas that are racist as fuck, you know, brother, you know? But because they don't really know me, and then when I tell them I'm from the Mongomog, because I'm still not patched up at this point, I tell them I'm born and bred from the Mongomog, brother, most of them can't believe me, and it's getting to the point where I'm starting to get pissed off because they starting to think I'm a liar. You know, I ain't no fucking liar. And then they're like, and I'm like, why? Hey, why do you think I'm not from the Mongomog? And this is the answer, bro. because you're too nice.
Yeah,
What the fuck sort of answer is that? Like, I can name 10 foul-mouthed mongrels, tattoos all over their faces. They're some of the nicest people I fucking know.
Yes,
Hey,
yes,
and then I
yes.
know people that have no tattoos on it and they're fucking evil as fuck.
Yes,
Hey, you know,
yes.
so what's that got to do with
100,
anything? So I
100
sort of,
to that.
I didn't realize it, but I was breaking the stereotype for them, brother, you know? Because they had never actually ever met anyone real from the gangs. They had just seen the shit on TV and all
Yes,
that, you know?
wow.
And that's how they make their mind up.
Wow.
So yeah, brother, a lot of drugs was involved, and it was a very good lifestyle for a single man, brother. You know, I did a lot of traveling around New Zealand in my fisherman days. Got introduced to the old fucking whorehouses and all that, brother. You know, got introduced to all that lifestyle. Had a woman in every port.
Wow.
You know, because that's just how it was. You know, had no time to be a partner or have a relationship.
Wow.
Just too busy, and like, I don't want to leave Westport because that's where I was living. Leave Westport, and then the next time I hit land is Auckland, and then like far up north, and I don't see my partner for like 2 months or something. And
Yes,
you know,
yes.
fuck, you're wanking there, brother. You know, fuck, I already do enough of that on the boat without the missus. You
Yeah,
know?
100.
Fuck that, you know. So like, I just didn't want to lie to any woman or like be tied down. Have to be loyal, and fuck that, you know. I'm young, I'm out here living life, hey brother. So yeah, so that was my mentality. And then a part of me always wanted to join the Mongrel Mob, hey brother. And then because I come home on my off seasons, and now I'm like mean as in my whānau, you know, and in the dogs, you know, they're like Toko Dog's cracking it, or not cracking it, but he's out there doing it, you know, doing something very different, and he's actually doing it. I'm good at it, and I fucking was coming up in the world, in the fishing world, and it was mean, brother, but something felt in my heart like was always missing. And one day, I'm back home in Wairoa, and I'm just hanging out with my bros, catching up with them, but then like this feeling just overcomes me, brother. You know, this feeling overcomes me, and it's been playing on my mind for a while, and it's
What was that feeling, my brother?
Time to join the Mongrel Mob, brother. You know, but because of my teachings, you know, being born into the Mongrel Mob, you know, I got to do it right. There's only one person I can ask. That's my old man. You know, I don't go around and ask someone else. You know, fuck, you give me a fucking hiding. You know, do it properly. So I shoot home, and he's not home. But so I ring him. Fuck, dog, can you come home? I need to talk to you. Fuck, he thinks something's wrong. So he shoots home. Fuck, you alright, dog? You alright, dog? And I've planned it out in my head, and I have to say it exactly how I've planned it out in my head. I don't know why, but I just had to. And then, so yeah, I tell him, dog, you know, I'm going back to the boat soon, back to Mahi, and like, I think it was a month's time or something, going back to work. And he's like, you know, I'm thinking, bro, shut the fuck up and just listen. Hey, listen to what I got to say. Because I've been trying to get this off my chest for years. I just didn't realize it. And then, so I asked him, oh, dog, you know, I'm going back to work soon, but I want to prospect, dog. I'm ready to prospect. And he's actually, I don't think he's ready for those words to come out my mouth. You know, because I don't know if he never ever wanted me to join, or just wasn't ready for those words to come out my mouth, and he's a bit shocked. He's a bit like, hey, dog, hey, like, yeah, like, fuck, did you really just say that? And like, I'm thinking, fucking A, dog, like, what do you mean A? Like, yeah, fucking A. It's all I've ever wanted to be, you know? Be a fucking mongrel. But I want to know if I can prospect and go back to work. Hey, you know, not stay in Warrior, because I know how prospecting is. You know, you do it fucking right. You know, you do the time, you get to the pad, spend all day at the pad, cleaning up and doing whatever, you know? And then, but he's like, oh, yeah, nah, dog, yeah, fucking hate you go back to work. So he takes me around to the Mighty's house, the Mighty Bags. You fucking hell, Mighty, love you, dog. He takes me around there, and then we walk in, and my man's just like, Mighty, dog wants to know if he can prospect. And the Mighty just looks at me, and he's just like, do you still got your job? And the way he said it was like, if I had said no, he would have said no.
You know?
And I'm like, yeah, Mighty, I think I do, but that's what I want to know. If I can prospect, but go back to Mahi, go back down south, go back on the boat. He's like, oh yeah, no, you're not staying around here. And because before that very moment, before me becoming a prospect, I've been his nephew his whole life, my whole life. So, you know, he's grown he's growing up watching me, and he knows what I'm doing with my life with the boats, and he doesn't want to stop that.
Yes.
Hey, so he's trying to tell me, hey, you ain't staying around here, dog. Hey, you know, you fucking need to get your ass back to work. And so I tell the mighty, hey, no, Sig, yeah, I still got my job. I don't know if I go back. Hey, Sig, fucking now I'm a prospect. Hey, Sig, fucking now I'm talking dogs prospecting. So, you know, he said you met the brother Waka.
All right, brother.
So I go around their house, brother, to see him and the brother Bronny, but Bronny dog's not home. And Waka dog's home. The brother Waka's home. And he comes out and he just, and I got my t-shirt on, you know, my Aotearoa t-shirt, my prospect t-shirt. He just comes out and sees me, fucking, he just gives me the biggest hug, you know, like, welcome to the family, my brother. About time, cunt. You know, you were born into this and we joined before you. About time, cunt. You know, there was that sort of feeling. And then we end up at the pad, you know, doing just on duty, you know, being a prospect on shift, doing whatever, you know, making cup of teas, cleaning up, you know, doing what we do. And then a couple of days later, the mighty's cousin passes away. And then, so, you know, it's all get the pad ready. And so when I walk in, all the dogs that haven't seen me yet, hey, you know, they see me for the first time with a t-shirt on, and they're all like, see fucking out to water, prospecting. I see my brother's aura. But guess what? They're like, what? Took the dogs off back to the boats in a week, and they're like, fuck off me, you ain't cunt, fucking stay in here, bro. Fucking prospect ain't going nowhere. Hey, and you know, hey, it's all being said with laughter, though, you know, but they see me really mean it, though, you know. But I understand that. But I'm like, nah, dog, the mighty's already said, hey, fuck, I'm going back to work, dog. They're like, hey, you fucking lucky cunt. Hey, well, anyway, hey, go fucking make us a fucking day. Fucking prospect, hey, you know, they're giving me shit while they can and all that. But see, I understand that, eh, you know. It's all said with love. It's all said with love. And then so, yeah, brother, so I'm prospecting now, and then I go back to mahi. But when I go back to mahi, I'm there for work, eh, brother, you know. I'm out on the boat, you know, because I come to learn in my time on the boats. I had to work with Crips, with other rupus, you know, just other gangsters. And you know, when you're out there on the ocean, there's only three of yous. Fuck, you got to put your life in their father's hands, eh,
brother, hard.
And same way around, he's got to put his life in your hands. And you know, I don't want to be fake about it, because when it comes time to him, if he has to save me, fuck, he might not do it because I've been a fake cunt to him. Brother, you know? So we had to put that to the side and just be people.
Yes.
Brother. And you know, so going back to the boats was mean. You know, I knew I was a prospect. But as long as I paid my fees and kept on top of everything like that, brother, I was all ready. And like if like there was never ever a time where I got a phone call with, dog, you need to get home, you know, unless someone passed away or something like that and I really, really had to get home, then, you know, that's a little bit different. But, you know, there was never no, dog, go wipe this cunt out or anything, you know, how people might think it is when you're a prospect, you know, dog, go fucking chuck this cunt in the boot and chuck this person in the boot, you know, fuck, I don't know what people think it is, but it was nothing like that. And then it's now going on almost 2 years prospecting, brother, you know, and still on the boats. I'm still just on the boats doing that cycle of the fish, and then coming home on my off seasons. And Christmas was a fucking lonely time for me, brother, because I spent Christmas out on the boat.
I could just imagine it for you, brother.
It was fucking used to suck, like, you know, because we still got service out there, so I'm watching it, Facebook, and every cunt's chucking up their mean feeds and their hangis, and, you know, just live that. What I think I was really missing was the whānau aspect, hey, you know, being with my loved ones. But brother, I used to have cold ham, you know, and a bread. That was our Christmas morning dinner, brother, you know. It wasn't nothing special.
Cappuccino,
it was just another day, brother. You know, and then like the off day we dock in, it's fucking Boxing Day, nothing, one of the holidays, you know, nothing's open. Hey, brother, so, you know, fuck, it was quite a lonely time for me around Christmas time and all that over the boats. And then I come home and these two fellas, they just got their pictures handed to them, brother. And in my man's eyes, hey, well, for me, I'm born and bred in the Mongol mob, and I'm prospecting. And if these fellas who ain't born and bred in the Mongol mob and just been handed their patches, how come his son hasn't been given a patch? That's how my old man's feeling. But in my head, I'm on the boat, so it doesn't affect me like that, because like, well, what am I going to do with a patch on here? Fuck, show the fish. You know what I mean, hey, brother? You know? I'll fucking hold it out over the water like, yo, dolphins, look at this. You know what I mean? Hey, brother, you know? But, so like, if I was living in Wairoa, then, you know, different story.
Yeah.
But so, and then when I came home for that off season, my old man, we shoot around the Mighties, and you know, we go in there because my old man wants to patch me up now. You know, Toko dog's been born and bred into the Mongol mob, and my old man used to tell me, dog, you know, you prospect for 20 years. So when I turn 21, I go to him on my 21st, my patch dog, and he goes, hey, you want to dog, you told me to prospect for 21 years, and for 20 years, 21 now. He's fuck out, you little guy, fuck out. And then so we go around the Mighties that day, and he's like, dog, patch the dog up, eh? And the Mighty looks at me, yeah, see fucking up, we'll patch the dog up. And then he goes, got a patch for the dog. And I just said, see fucking up, alright, I just bought my vest. Got the rockers all sorted out and all that. And then see fucking hell, that was the day I got patched up, dog. It wasn't no big bad glamorous party like most dogs normally have. Like it was just me, the Mighty, and my man, because I was back on off season. But for me that was enough. Like when I walked out of the Mighty's house, like I was like almost, you know, like being baptized.
Yes.
Hey, you know, I might not have had a patch on, but I was a patch member, hey brother, you know. And fuck, that was 2018. That I can't remember the exact date. I've got it written down at home, but I know it was 2018. And then once again, brother, I still just, you know, I'm patching it now, but I'm back on the boat, so I'm about that mucky life, eh, brother? You know, I don't want to stop the mucky life and what I'm doing. Like I feel like young dogs are looking up to what I'm doing. You know, they're thinking, fuck, Toko dog's doing something different, something sick. So, you know, that's how I'm feeling and how I'm approaching things. But then I come home for the next off season, brother, and then I was a week left to go before I headed back, and I'll go over to one of my mates' house in Wairoa to just to catch up and say goodbye. Fucking there's these Sheilas there, brother. There's these Sheilas there. Fucking one of them's the short, pretty chick, you know, blonde hair. Fuck, actually got quite a foul mouth, and fuck, it's actually turning me on, and I'm getting attracted, and these fucking sexy pajama pants she has on, brother. Fuck, it's the old missus. It's terrible, brother. So
Wow.
And, I had never met her before, had never heard about her. And fuck, her foul mouth, brother. It just was like a whole lot of realness I needed in my life. I need a woman like that to tell me what's up.
Brother.
To be real. Yeah, and like, cause I knew her cousin real well, and I just like the way she was talking to her cousin, I'm like, fuck, who the fuck is this chick? Like, fuck, she's pretty as you know, she's getting stoned, you know, because I'm still smoking, I'm still heavily into the drugs at this point, brother, you know. So like she's smoking just dope, and then I'm like, fuck, she's almost like. And then I find out she's from the Mongol mob too, brother. Fuck, this is the girl of my dreams. Someone who understands.
Shout out to our sister.
Someone who understands the Mongol mob and all that. You know, I don't have to fucking explain it to them and how we live and why we believe the things we believe. You know, because she's already brought up into it. She already knows, brother. You know, and then so, brother, I tell her cousin to hook me up. Brother, her cousin goes and calls me a dreamer. I'm like, hey, dreamer. I'm like, fuck, I ain't no fucking dreamer. Hey, I'm fucking patch member. What the hell? So I still go back to the boats, but I try to find her on social media, brother. I'm still on Facebook at this point. So I'm trying to find her for fucking ages, or it feels like fucking ages anyway, brother. No luck. And then, you know, in the old people you may know, I think it is. Fuck, I see this chick carrying a deer that looks like her, and I'm like, fuck, I'm scared and happy all in one, brother. Because one, I'm like, I found her, and then two, I'm like, fuck, she goes hunting and shit. fuck, that's not me, hey, like, fuck, am I gonna have to become a hunter? Hey, you know, this is what's all running through my head. Fuck, brother, and I just sent her a DM when she remembered me, and then, fuck, that just one thing led to another, brother. You know, we're up all night talking to each other on the phones, like at 2 in the morning, you know, all this shit. All my ways of thinking of women started changing, brother, you know. Like I no longer started chatting up Sheila's, because this, in my head, fuck, this one's the one. You know, I found the one, brother, you know. And then so we just got to talking, becoming friends, you know. I'm like, fuck, don't be an idiot, you know. Don't try and be Mr. Cool Guy, or just fucking try and get in her pants, hey, you know. Don't try and make it all about sex, hey, you know, like, fucking just go with it, dog, you know. And then I end up spending a week with her at Sister Stevie's pad. And then I end up asking her out, brother. I think like after a week of, like, you know, we've been talking for ages, and then we actually finally, you know, hooked up and stayed with each other. And then I end up asking her out and all that shit, brother. She says yes, but then I go back to the boats. But brother, it's no longer the same. You know, before I met her, I woke up ready to slay fish, you know, ready to go about my mahi. Fuck, when I met her, brother, fuck, I started waking up pussy whip, you know, miserable, down and out, you know. My modi, my mana was low, you know, and it was affecting my work, brother, you know. And one day I just woke up, I wasn't even a year in, I just woke up and I was like, fuck this, so I had a diesel Merc that I bought off one of the bros for $500. I was just gonna jump in there, brother, and drive home. Not even tell anyone, I was just gonna leave. Like, that's how bad it was getting in my head. But because my skipper, Paul Hazelby, because he had taught me so much and done shit for me over these years of being a fisherman, I felt like, nah, you can't do that to him, dog, you know, that's not right. Hey, you know, that'll just be ratchet. And we'd be like wondering, where are you? And then so I sit him down and I tell him, fuck, bro, you know, I can't do this anymore. You know, it's no longer for me. I'm pussy whipped, I'm in love. Hey, brother, you know, I'm in love. I'm fucking going home. Fuck, he starts crying, brother. And I'm like, hey, what are you crying for? Like, fuck, I'm the one who's pussy whipped there, you know? But because I had built a good relationship with him, that's why he started crying, brother, you know. And he was just like, oh, you know, because they couldn't say Toko, because they all, you know, Bakia. They couldn't, they say Toko and shit like this, so they still call me Tok. So he was like, oh, you know, Tok, if you ever want to come home, there's always a place for you on the Western Leader. Because I had become deck boss at this point, you know. I was pretty much second in charge of the boat. You know, me and Paul were tied as you should be with your deck boss and all that, brother. And I'm just thinking in my head, fuck, brother, I'm going home. You know? Like, thank you for that offer and thank you for everything you've taught me, but fuck, I'm going home. I found my happiness. Like, I'm catching it. I found the fucking girl of my dreams. You know, it's time to go home. So I fly home, and it was the best decision I ever made, brother. Best decision I ever made. Because
now you're a father, eh, brother?
Yeah.
What's your child's name, brother?
So our baby's name's Temple Holy Hema, and that's also another beautiful story, brother, because we had to do IVF for our baby. You know, we had been together for a few whiles for a few years after moving home, and you know, unprotected sex and all that, you know. And she just never got pregnant, brother. You know, just after a few years in, she just never got pregnant. And then so we went and had some tests and all that, you know, go check our sperm, check our swimmers and all that shit. And then we find out there's a few problems with my partner. So we all up, our IVF journey took about 3 years, like, because we had to, because it's been publicly funded. She had to have surgery, but every time an emergency came up, she got pushed back with it being publicly funded, which is, you know, we fully understand that. But it was along the journey, we met whānau going through it, and we used to quite hear some sad stories, brother, you know, like some whānau were on their like sixth go
No.
and still hadn't cracked it.
Yes.
So that, you know, for my partner, she sort of took that Modi on and let it thing with her, where with me, I'm just like, nah, because like, yeah, that's sad, but they're not us and we're not them.
Yeah.
You know, what they got, what their issues are or problems are not ours. So that doesn't mean their outcome's going to be our outcome, you know? Like, feel for the whānau, you know? I'm not saying anything bad like that. I'm just saying their situation's not our situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't carry their Modi, brother, you know? You know what I mean? And then, fuck, it was, you know, you had to do a lot of tests and all that. Fuck, you end up becoming like a fucking junkie, brother. Because I got to shoot my partner up with drugs. And all that, and all this fucking, you know, tap the old needle, fucking get the old air bubbles out, brother, and they push it a little bit, and I was a fucking pro with the old shit. Brother, the first time was a crack up, I didn't know about the pinching part. You pinch the skin, and then stab it. Yeah, brother, fuck, I just stabbed it in, didn't push it in all the way, pulled it out. Fuck, it was a green, brother. I didn't know. I had never played with needles in my life. I was no fucking druggie like that, brother, you know. And then, but by the end of it, I was a fucking. And then, and then so it took about 3 years all up. The quickest process of the whole thing was when we had to drive down to Wellington, and they put my partner on the bed, and then this fucking doctor walks out this room with these long ass scissors. Does the old, I reckon, see you in 9 months.
Oh, wow.
12 months. Yeah.
Wow.
No, 9 months. What the fuck am I, mate? See you in 9 months. And then that was it, brother. Then we come home, and then I think you got to wait like 2 weeks to see if you're actually fully pregnant.
Yeah, right.
And then away we went, brother.
Wow, brother.
Away we went, and because before when I first moved home to be with my partner, I was just living off my savings, being a bit of a bum, you know, not really worried about mahi in my head. Fuck, I've earned my rest. You know, the mahi of the fisherman life, fucking hearty mahi, you know, my hands with colour stuff and all that. So in my head, I've earned this rest time. So I'm just living off my savings and all that. But then, you know, savings eventually run out, brother? So I now got to get a job. And, you know, fuck the orchard life and all that. You know, I'm not going from making killer bucks on the boats to fucking orchards, you know, even that type of mahi, nah. So I jump into the civil game.
Yep.
And I go to this place called Top Line Construction, brother, the brother Taurus.
Wow.
Hati, the brother Taurus, thank you for the opportunities.
Taurus.
He takes us on, brother. And I don't even have my learners at this point. You know, I've owned the car and all that, but fuck, it wasn't in my name or anything. And then I set my learners myself. And then the brother Taurus, he upskills me with my restricted and then my full. And then I sort of noticed that, you know, most of the Māoris, we're on shovels. You know, we're not in the trucks or the diggers. I know there's a couple here and there, but not predominantly Māori, you know. Fuck, I don't want to be just another Māori on a shovel, brother. So I put myself into the learning about the trucks and all that, and then I get my class 2 learners and my full through the brother Taurus.
Yeah.
And then I moved to another company, and they had put me through my class 4 all the way through to my class 5, and also Iron Taurus put me through my wheels, tracks and rollers and taught me how to operate. And then so now I'm a class 5 truck driver with wheels, tracks and rollers.
You got a lot of licenses, my car.
I actually do, my bro. Like the back of my license is pretty full. Anything that isn't on there is the taxi and the bus. And bike. Yeah, brother. Yeah. But yeah, and then so you know, so I'm quite set in the civil game. But then when we have baby, brother, I realise, fuck, I leave when it's dark and I get home when it's dark.
Yeah.
And like, because we did so much mahi to have our baby, and we're both quite old, my partner's older than me, and we're quite both old having our first baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that all for granted, brother?
100.
So I leave the civil game. And then I just think, fuck, I've always been good and enjoyed working with people. So I'm going to try apply in that area.
Yes.
And because the brother I hit him up because he was at a company, Tukupinga Hauora or Ahuriri. And I ring him up, brother, any jobs? And he's like, fuck, brother, just jump online and apply. So fuck, I jump online and apply, brother, and then Couple weeks later, I have my job interview, and that goes like, fuck, I feel like I'm just in the room talking to my 2 older sisters, brother.
Yeah, wow.
Almost like this, real relaxed, real comfortable.
And what was the name of your mahi right now, brother?
Te Kupinga Hauora Ahuriri, brother.
Yeah.
So I'm a community support worker.
Wow.
Yeah, and I work under a contract called Manaaki, and we go into the primary schools and deliver them through programs to help them deal with their feelings, their emotions, grief, understanding the brain, so they can understand themselves and not have to figure it out. You know, they know, oh, when I'm going through this sort of feeling, it means that.
Wow.
You know, and when I think back, when I was at school, brother, I wish there was someone like that when I was at school.
Yeah,
They ran groups about teaching me about my feelings and how to regulate, and that emotions are just normal. You know, being angry, feeling upset, that's just normal. You're always going to feel that. But that doesn't mean we have to be stuck in there, eh, brother? You know, so just around self-regulation and stuff like that. And because when you get into deep stuff like that, brother, you know, you got to get to know the kids first.
Yes.
You know, you can't just roll into the classroom and say, right, today we're going to talk about grief. Hey, you know, so tell me all your deep, dark secrets, please. Fuck no, who the fuck's going to open up to that, brother? You know, so the kids, you know, so I gave up the drugs and all that to get into the company and all that, and when I told them my life story, because of the whānaus we work with, I just like myself, they just scooped me up, brother.
Wow.
Because
Bro, much love to their brother.
it's the best job I've ever had, brother. The best job I've ever had, the most rewarding job.
Brother, this is the reason why I wanted to keep your story significant for many others, because I know your in-game is wiki for our people.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, brother.
You know, like, this is, like, once again, it opened my mind up, brother, to, like, all these avenues on how we can help our people, how we can better our people. Not even just our people, all people.
Yeah,
just people.
People, eh, brother?
Fuck, I don't give a fuck where you come from.
Yeah.
Or who you are. Or, you know, what you did, you know. Fuck, because when you say, you know, helping the people, that means everybody. You know, and we've all done dumb shit in our lives. But fuck, if I've come this far from doing dumb shit, then fuck, we all can, eh, brother?
Yeah, hard.
And Mahi loves how mischief you used to be, because they, you know, you can help the ones that are now doing the dumb shit we were doing get through it. Where, you know, we tell them, you know, the outcomes we came to, which were all dumb. And, you know, I'm lucky enough to have never been to jail. Anything like that. So, you know, my story's a little bit different about that. You know, we got brothers at Mahi that can tell them, you know, nah, fuck, you know, this is what I did and I ended up in jail. You know, my kids I missed the first 5 years of my kid's life because I was in jail. You know, shit like that, brother. I don't want that to be my life. And I don't want kids, the next generation, to have to be that, for that to be their life either, my brother. Yeah, so that's the mission at the moment, my brother. It's just empowering the next generation to be great. To be anything, you know? Just to be something that they've never ever thought of being. Stepping out of the comfort zones and growing into big, bad and greatness, my brother.
Yes, my brother.
That's the mission at the moment.
And brother Tmac wants to help you do that, my brother. Thank you very much for allowing us to hear your testimony in life.
Thank you,
share
brother.
your testimony in life on the road with Tmac. I love your story, my brother. It's powerful.
Thank you, my brother.
It's powerful. It has a lot of meaning. There's a lot of resilience in it, brother. And to where you've come from before to now, 100%. Love it, brother.
Thank you, my brother.
I love it. Brother Toko, I want to topic to you, brother, on what do you do inside the community at the moment with Te Kupinga Hauora or Ahuriri?
So as a company as a whole, brother, we go out into we have wakas where we go out into the community and we deliver free health checks.
Yep.
We have programs where we help our kaumātua. We have we're almost like a smaller version of Tai Whenua. But so as a company, brother, we just help people in any way possible. Whether that's relocating them, helping them go to appointments, So support the services.
Wow.
We do baby IMS, so we have nurses.
Wow.
Yeah, we do baby IMS, we have family start.
Wow.
We have Manaaki, which is the contract I work
Wow.
under. We do programs for young mama and papa. We pretty much touch all bases, brother. Yeah, but we're still quite a small company compared to some other ones, but we're growing. And yeah, we're out there helping the whānau in any way we can. So like public events,
Yes, brother.
whether it be like matariki, it doesn't matter what culture's running it. Like it could be, you know, Islander, Māori, Pākehā, whatever. Kupinga, if they want us there, we'll be there, brother.
Yeah, wow.
You know, we don't discriminate. If you want us there to help and promote our well-being, then we're into it. Yeah, brother. Yeah. And it's a beautiful company. You know, they've helped me realize things in myself. They've upskilled me since I've walked in there.
Yes, wow.
And they've given me the best job I've ever had, brother.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. It's actually not mahi. You know, when you go to work and you have fun all day, fuck, that's not working, eh, bro? Well, I don't think it's working. It's living. When I walked into to Kupinga, I was a fit 92. You know, I was a truck driver and operator, so I was quite physical in my mahi I was doing. And then I went to a desk job, eh, brother? You know, because my contract hadn't quite kicked off. Fuck, I put on like 5 kgs in a week, brother.
Yeah,
you know,
wow.
just like going from sitting
Wow.
at a desk doing a lot of hui and kai.
Yeah,
Put
wow.
on a lot of weight, brother.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're back on our hoe water journey. You know, I'm in the V8 with the brother Bronny, Motivation Aotearoa.
Yeah,
Get in the
wow.
V8 or get out the way, baby. Yeah, so
Shout out to that movement, finally, to Brother Bronson and your movement, brother. Love and respect to the rival Tmac. I do follow it, brother, and I love it.
yeah, it's mean, brother. You know, we're on an 8-week shred at the moment. A few of us brothers, we're on a group chat, and fuck, it's just uplifting, eh, brother, you know? Even when we all have our down days, you know, we're all putting up there, fuck, I just feel like a fat, greasy burger, you know? I'm fucking sick of my fucking broccoli salad, eh, you know? I just want some fish and chips, yeah. All the brothers, yeah, we just give each other uplifting messages, you know, and it's cool, brother. You know, got me on a few different subs, live good subs. It's mean. I love the brother Bronny and what he's doing. Yeah, Ati.
Brother Toko, we come to the end of your podcast today, my brother, where the brother Tmac asks all his podcast candidates a message for our younger viewers, not only here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, Hawke's Bay, but in Australia as well. What is your key message for our younger viewers of inspiration and change, brother?
Well, brother, if there was one thing that I could say to anybody watching this, not just in Aotearoa and Aussie, like to anywhere in the world, is that you are enough. You know, don't feel like you have to fit in or change yourself to fit in. You know, you are enough, you know. And just because you come from a small town, it doesn't mean you can't be something big and great, you know. Like the opportunities for us are endless. We just have to remember that, you know. Just because we didn't have the best start to life doesn't mean we can't be the best or be great. So if there was one thing I could say is you are enough, brother. Yeah, you know, you don't have to change yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself, brother.
Massive, brother Toko. Family, friends, family. We are the Rival Tmac podcast, and we have just done our brother Toko's story. So family, friends, family, come and see his story. Come and hear his story on the Rival Tmac podcast. It's on YouTube, where it'll be. It's on Instagram, where you'll see. It's on TikTok, where you will hear. This is the Rival Tmac and our brother Toko, and that's what's up.
Ati whānau.
And Bacardi, we bad to the bone, heavy where I'm from. Wide roll, hardcore, heavy hitters.